Hey guys, how's it going? SpecV here for another video. Today, let's talk about the best mods for your Sentra. And I particularly mean the B16 chassis. So, this list is from my mindset of what mods would I have done first to get the most I possibly could out of my old Sentra. So that's kind of what I want to cover for you guys. So let's talk about it. The first thing I really wish I could have done to the car would have been coilovers, because coilovers really changes the look of the car, and it really did change the feeling and handling of the car. So first thing I would have done would have been my BC Racing coilovers with, I believe I had 15 millimeter spacers on the front and rear. But that was with my Motegi wheels, which the offset was different from my stock wheels. I want to say the OEM wheels were a 35 or 40 offset, maybe, perhaps. I would have stuck a 20 millimeter spacer on the OEM wheels if I had gone with coilovers. Now, coilover is definitely the best first thing I would have done. Second thing I would have done would have been an air intake. I had the engine cold air intake with a vibrant filter and vibrant velocity stack on it. Don't get a filter that's basically a square attached to a tube. Get one with a built-in velocity stack, or get an air filter that you can add a velocity stack to. Velocity stack does do something. So obviously a tuner can make the K&N or the knockoff AFE power intake work well, but in my humble opinion, the engine intake is the best. Frees up some breathability, you get cool whistling noises when you accelerate, and it's just better all around. So I definitely would have done the intake as the second thing. The third thing I would have done is the harmonic 3-inch header. Contrary to popular belief, well, most cars benefit from a 2.5-inch. The QR25 and the B16 SpecV, because it is a higher compression, it actually does benefit from a true 3-inch exhaust. I believe it's a 5 horsepower increase. And ignore the rattling sound. I unhooked my exhaust from the rear mufflers, so it's banging against the subframe. I wanted to keep the mufflers on because I think the polished exhaust tips look better. So, anyhow, the harmonic header was actually designed by Bobby Haskell, the guy who makes the hot sauce tune for the B16 SpecV. So, I definitely trust the harmonic header. If you go to do the header and you don't have the opportunity or money to get the car tuned right then, you do not run O2 defowlers. The reason being, if you run an O2 defouler, it actually makes it run richer. So you're going to idle worse, you're going to get worse gas mileage, and you're going to get more soot out of your exhaust pipe because you are running richer. And I don't think you'll pop a check engine light for not having defowlers on. I did if I had defowlers on at first, and the car did seem to run a little bit better when I had them on. It's weird how defowlers work. But yeah, I would definitely make the harmonic header one of the things I would have done thirdly. Fourth thing I would have done, and you could do this without having done any of the previous mods, get an up-rev tune. I say up-rev because they're the only ones that can make a tune for the Sentra. I tried Ecutech, but they won't do anything for us. Up-rev tune will maximize the OEM capabilities of the car, even if you don't have an intake, or if you don't have an exhaust, or maybe you just have a drop-in K&N filter and you gutted your catalytic converter, which I don't recommend doing. Also the up-rev tune, and this goes along with another mod you can do, and I'm mentioning this one because I think I've helped 2 other people do this. The infamous knock sensor mod. Basically, they fixed this problem on the 2010 and up Sentra SpecVs. The knock sensor on the 07 and up Sentras are very, very sensitive to combustion events. And what that leads to is when you get on it and you're trying to floor it, the car will retard timing so that way you don't get as much vroom vroom. That's not good. Now, if you get out of the power band or if you turn the car off and then back on again, that fixes it, but it's only temporary. So the two best ways to fix that, and I'm gonna put them both in the same number here. I believe I'm at number 4, 4 or 5. The knock sensor mod or an up rev tune. The knock sensor mod in question is this grommet set. I'm gonna try to put a picture of right there. And if I find the specific grommet I used, I will put the part number there also, if not in the description. Basically, what that's going to do is it's going to space the knock sensor far enough away that it doesn't sense as much of a combustion event happening, so it's not going to want to retard your timing as much. Now, I would recommend an up rev tune more because the tuner will be able to just modify your knock tables from there and give you a better knock table that you can use. And it's just less dangerous than spacing away basically your car's heart rate monitor. I've heard of people completely deleting the knock sensor. Please don't fucking do that.
What's going to happen if you do that sensor mod is you will start enjoying all of the new horsepower you never knew you had. And after you have deleted that sensor mod, the way your father deleted himself from your life, is your engine will miraculously start having oil leaks that you didn't know about, or perhaps you just never checked the oil level to begin with. Thereafter, the engine will start creating its own confetti on the inside. And once you go to do your scheduled oil change, whenever your schedule is, once you drain the oil out, you will see all the confetti it made. In which case, you'll have realized you are indeed ready to own a Subaru.
The tuners don't love the knock sensor mod for the reason I just discussed. You're basically spacing away your car's microphone away from the engine. But I remember how fucking annoying it got when the car would start pulling back timing whenever you were trying to get on it. So knock sensor mod or up rev tune is the absolute best thing you can do for the car. So that's really all I could put into there. Oh, short shifter. The short shifter totally changed how the car drove, and I actually had to relearn driving a stick shift once I got a short shifter on. I believe I had a Fidanza short shifter, and I could try to put that in the description. And as far as an install video for that, don't expect one from me. I'll help you out if I can on Instagram, but it's really hard for me to do an install video on a car I don't have. So that was it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, maybe subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Peace.